The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
You don't know no better. Orbit. Say it one time. Check Mike, 54. Mike.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Slings this deep from McClure. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm coming for you, son. Go. Get out there. Get up.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Left guy, deep left. We're going to 54. One here. Showing up. Then we're going to 53. Show. Mike, done. Right there in the middle. 55. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball. We're going to 54. One here.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Check. We go 47. Under. Going to 54.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man on the comebacker. It's Elliott. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, kill. Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Pick it up. 47. Pick it up. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, 55 to Mike. Check, 55. 57. 56.
On second down, Prescott again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Go. Get out there. Get out there.
Watch it, 5. There it goes. There it goes.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
55. Mike 55. Echo. 55's Mike.
26.
And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott now from the 50. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
54. Watch the pass. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Let go.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Here we go.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Alert 3. Let's go. Come on.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Cowboys go for 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now here's another interception. Picked picked off by Troy Apke. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Under crunch. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Back.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Shift.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Give them the ball.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go for it. Bring it on.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
2nd and 6. That one complete. Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go.
At their own 40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here." And he do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Redskins 56.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. mannie084's picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.